here? We're on track.
Yeah, we're on track. Hopefully we'll finish the, we will finish the phone screening next Tuesday. And we have a debrief with Elizabeth and Eric next Wednesday, because we're dividing the 21 between the two of us. Lloyd and I are taking half, Elizabeth and Eric, and so we're gonna bring them together, compare notes, hopefully bring that down to 10, send out supplemental questions, which I still need to review and and then send it out to council. And then finalists and face-to-face interviews, but we had our first one today, Lloyd and I, and got 9 more to go for next Tuesday.
Were they home when you called, or did you have to leave a message?
Well, it was arranged. Hi, we're calling.
Yeah, right. Actually, I called this poor guy at 11 o'clock this morning. We had a 1:30 appointment with him, but he did okay.
Just in time to catch you for 2 hours?
I just have a question. I mean, last week I had a conversation with somebody who we were talking about this process of hiring a new city administrator. And I know you guys are probably already on board with this, but they recommended highly that we have an outside organization do a very good background check on like our top candidates, 3 or 5 or whatever they might be. And they recommended an organization that is a nonprofit out of Oregon that is comprised of retired Oregon Highway Patrol people or something like that. But they said that that gets both the police department and the public works and the HR group, which could have some benefit in the hiring, you know, by who's hired. But this would be a very good and a very thorough background investigation on those people.
There would certainly be reference checking. I don't want to characterize it as a police background, but there'll be certainly extensive reference checking and credential checking, and I think the search is tending to narrow to Northwest candidates, which should help us with the reliability of the information as well. But I think we'd welcome any more detail about that.
Well, I'll give you the detail and then you can
Yeah.
explore it
Super.
if you don't know
Right.
the organization already.
It didn't ring a bell.
I just wanted to publicly state that when the idea was floated that to have Lloyd come over here, I was opposed to it, and for a number of different reasons. And I wanted to publicly say that far beyond my feelings, you've exceeded and made this transition much smoother than I could have imagined, and I wanted to publicly state that I'm pleased that you came over here.
Thank you very much. You'll have me looking at my shoes. In fact, almost instinctively, I am looking at my shoes.
We did also, I received an offer when we were up at AWC from one of the firms that we likely would have accepted proposals from in the search process, that as we got it down to the finalists, that we were more than welcome to float those names past them. Not for a fee, but just from the aspect of, obviously they understand, you know, future potential clients and that type, but they want to see us hire the right person, or
Right.
conversely, not hire the wrong person, so it's nice to get those comments, so. Lloyd, anything else?
No. Oh, excuse me. The city attorney is working up the necessary addition to the ordinance on the lodging committee and its composition. And we think basically that calls for a council member. Mr. Russell's been appointed already. And then it would call for 2 members from organizations that directly benefit from these type of revenues, and 2 from organizations that produce the kind of revenues. And staff are trying to make some proper contacts to report those to mayor. If this goes very well, it'll be ready for your action next Tuesday, and we will most certainly have something about, is there a confirmation by council, or is it a direct mayoral appointment?
I'm betting it'll be in the document. Okay, thank you. Any items from the public this evening?
Molly was talking about saving money on the electric bill. The first thing I would say is this room is always too warm. And I have a control at home, which is probably available to all of you, and it turns the heat down, you know? You don't need this place to be as hot as it is, so there. I drive along Highway 14, and there's still a sign that tells me to slow down because there is construction ahead. I have to ask you, when, before I die, are you gonna finish the tunnel?
Jim?
Yeah, we're hoping by the end of the month, so.
And the rest of us thought you were just gonna go dig, dig, dig and make a little hole and
They had shovels there, I'm surprised they brought in equipment.
that is the world's slowest tunnel. It probably is gonna be in somebody's book. Next thing, I wanna thank you for putting a stopper on E Street that will control the traffic into G Street. But, again, before I die, you have done nothing for us on G Street so far. When are you gonna do something like control the traffic? Put that little you are traveling too fast machine out again, please. I stand there and I watch in amazement. Our street is 20 feet wide. A car going 45 miles an hour is going probably 3 times too fast for our little street, so please. The last thing is, I am a senior citizen, as is clearly evident. I get all the discounts. Last bill I got, I used only 2 units of water, which is probably as little as I could possibly use, and it still cost me over $70. Now, I tell everybody that Washougal's water is really pretty terrific. I use every occasion to tell them how great is our water. But $70 a month for one person, what's going on, fellas? There's no way I can make it less. How can I save money when it's virtually at the rock bottom now? I got 4 rain barrels. I can't drink rainwater. Maybe I could. But there are probably a lot of single ladies out there like me who really need a little more consideration. So please.
Thank you, Mrs. Harrell. Any other items? We're adjourned. Until next Tuesday.